Hello students, welcome to Legacy Edge Academy. In today's video, we are going to discuss about a recent mission that has been announced by the Government of India in the sector of agriculture, that is the Digital Agriculture Mission. So let us try to understand what are the key features and what is the objective the government is trying to achieve via this particular mission. So first of all, to give you the background, recently the Union Cabinet on the Monday has approved a mission called as Digital Agriculture Mission with a total outlay of rupees 2,817 crore. Now this mission is basically aimed for the creation of what we can call as a digital infrastructure, or more precisely digital public infrastructure in the farming sector or agriculture sector. The Digital Agriculture Mission will enhance the farmers' income, that is its first idea, this aim we can say, provide digital IDs similar to what we have for all the citizens of India, that is Aadhaar. So similar like Aadhaar, we will have unique IDs for the farmers. Third is implementing it nationwide and doing the crop survey for the entire farmland of India, aiming to create 2.5 lakh jobs in the process. So not only it will empower the farmers of the country, not only it will make the government more better or more we can say well suited in designing and framing policies related to agriculture sector, but at the same time it will also create almost 2.5 lakh jobs. Now what is the mission and what impact will it have on farmers and the farm sector? Let us try to discuss this slightly in more detail. So first of all, if we talk about the mission itself, the main idea is to create a digital infrastructure, and it is similar to the government's flagship e-governance initiative that we have seen in other sector also. The most important being a digital ID for all the citizens of India that we have is Aadhaar, or more precisely we can say for all the residents of India, because the ambit of Aadhaar is much more widespread. Then as we can see in the sectors of education, DigiLocker, or not only education, basically it provides an opportunity where every person can store their documents, whether it is their educational documents, whether it is driving license, whether it is all kind of identity documents, policies and all that in a online platform, and from there it can be easily accessed 24/7. Third is the e-sign, where you do not have to sign physically on a copy, you can do the e-signature by verification through OTP and all that. And then in the financial sector, where you have revolutionary unified payment interface, that is a UPI system. Now government is trying to emulate similar kind of practices in the agriculture sector as well, and that is what this particular mission is all about. Now the mission also aims to create an ecosystem, a technology based ecosystem, the Digital General Crop Estimation Survey, as it is called by government, DGCES, which will provide accurate estimates of agricultural production. Currently whatever production is happening, the data is very fragmented. It is received from district level, then it is collected and collated at the state level, and then finally it goes to the central level. So many times there is a discrepancy in data, many times there is inaccuracy in the information that has been achieved or that has been received. So basically, to make sure that we have a complete and accurate understanding of the agriculture production, DGCS will also be rolled out. So now we talk about the funding for the mission. As we have discussed in the beginning, it is a total 2,817 crore of outlay. However, not all the money will be dispersed by the central government. Out of this, total 1,940 crores will be dispersed by the central government, and the rest has to be borne by the states or the union territories where the mission is implemented. The government subsequently also has announced the building of digital public infrastructure for agriculture in the union budgets of both 23-24 as well as 24-25. So basically this scheme, as we can see, as we can talk about, is just the fulfillment of the idea laid down in the union budget of last two years. Now during this year, digital crop survey for Kharif using the DPI will be taken up in 400 districts. It is something that we can call as a pilot scale implementation, and the details of 6 crore farmers and their lands will be brought into the farmers and land registry. So this is going to the first step in this particular mission. If you look at the pillars of mission, total 3 pillars we can easily identify. The first pillar is resting on what we can call as agri stack. The agri stack is something that is a farmer centric DPI agri stack. It consists of 3 foundational agri sector registries or the databases. The first, as you discussed, there will be a registry of all the farmers of India with a digital identity or a farmer ID card. It will be linked dynamically to all the records of farmers, whether it is about the land ownership, whether it is about the livestock, crop shown, demographic details, family details, schemes and the benefits availed. Now, the advantage of having such registry is that government will be able to understand that what is the extent to which the farmer related schemes are being reached to the actual beneficiary and the benefit is being reaped by the actual beneficiary. Second is there will be a geo-referenced village maps. It will link geographical information on land record with the physical locations of the land. And third is the crop sown registry, where you will have details of crop planted by farmers in each season. So, it will also help us understanding the idea about how much is the crop rotation, how much is the extent of variation in the crops that is sown and what policies can be framed in that regard. Also, it will help government in future to understand that whether the farming policies or agricultural policies of India is suited to the prevailing weather or climatic characteristics, or whether it is suited to the availability of water and all that. And based on that, again the different approach can be taken where you can change or try to change the type of crop that is being sown. For example, in a water intensive area, it is easier to sow wheat, rice and sugarcane, while dry land farming can be practiced in other regions. So, that is the three major pillars of the agri stack, that is farmers registry, geo-referenced village maps and the crop zone registry. The second pillar of the mission is something that we can call as CRISI DSS. The objective of CRISI DSS is to create a comprehensive geospatial system to unify remote sensing based information on crops, soil, weather and water resources, etc. Basically, remote sensing means the satellite based information that we receive about the agricultural land of India. Third is the information will support crop map generation for identifying what kind of patterns we have as far as the sowing of crops is concerned, droughts or flood monitoring also. Then technology or model based yield assessment for settling crop insurance claims by the farmers. So, that is the second DSS. And the third pillar and the last pillar of the mission is something that you can call as related to the soil profile map. In this, there will be a attempt to have a detailed map about the soil profile of the agricultural fields of India on a 1:10,000 scale of about 142 million hectares of land, agricultural land more precisely, are envisaged to be prepared. And a detailed soil profile inventory of about 29 million hectares has already been completed under this mission. So, remaining million hectares of land will have to be completed here. The idea behind creation of soil profile again is to educate farmers or transfer the understanding knowledge to the farmers that what should be the actual let us say application of fertilizer in the field depending on the nutrient availability and all that. For example, the major problem that the Indian agricultural land today they are facing is a high ratio of nitrogen in the soil. So, when you talk about the NPK ratio, the ideal ratio should be 4:2:1, where the nitrogen availability in the soil should be 4 times than the phosphorus availability and basically 2 times than phosphorus availability and 4 times than the potassium availability. However, in many areas of the India, nitrogen proportion is almost 10, 15, 20 times higher than the other two ratio. For example, even if you prepare at the all India level, the NPK ratio stands as somewhere at 9:2:1. So, this is because of the lack of understanding of application of nutrients, fertilizers and all this in the soil. So, this is something that also will be helpful for the farmers also. This is something that we can see is an additional layer after government has brought soil health card scheme as well. Now, other point that we have to understand, the government is saying that under this mission there will be a digital general crop estimation survey that will be done. This is largely to address concern that sometimes are raised about the accuracy of India's agricultural production estimates, because if there is a discrepancy in what actually is the production and what is the expected production as per the government record, there can be problem for farmers in getting the advantage of the insurance. So, better data will help government agencies make schemes and services such as paperless MSP based procurement as well. Plus, it will help improve the accuracy of crop production estimate, and the data will also help facilitate crop diversification and evaluate irrigation needs according to the crop and season. So, this will also help in better utilization of the limited water resources and the water crisis that the country and the many regions of the country faces every now and then. So, that is all about this particular video. I hope you understood about the brief and salient features of the Digital Agriculture Mission. Thank you very much.